As you can see here, we have a system. This is what we call a system because it has two equations. Okay, so we'll call this a linear. So we have a linear system because it's made with two equations, two linear equations, and we use curly braces to join them together so they make a system. So we want to solve this, means we want to find x and y. The solution set will be a pair of coordinates with x and y. So we want to find what the x and y be in this system. So it's called substitution. To substitute means to replace or to plug. So we're going to take the y, the variable that's by itself, the variable that's isolated, or the unknown, we substitute it into the other equation. So we're going to remove, instead of this y, we're going to remove the y here, and we're going to substitute it with this, because the y is this, and it's equal to negative 5x. So
I'm sorry, before the y have 3y, plus 3y.
3y here, okay, so
yeah.
3. All right, let me fix that. All right, so this is 3y. Okay, so let's call this equation 1. We have two equations, and this is equation 2. So you look at the two equations, and you look for the variable that's by itself. The variable or the unknown, the letter that's by itself, that's what you plug into the other equation. So we're going to remove the y from here, and instead of the y, we're going to put negative 5x. If you don't have a variable by itself, then you have to isolate one of them. If you don't have y by itself, for example here, if none of them has a variable by itself, you want to get one by itself. So for example, to isolate the y, you would move the 3y over, make it a negative. To isolate the x, or you can isolate the y. Either way, just get one variable by itself. Once it's by itself, you can substitute it into the other equation. So substitute y in equation 1. We're going to substitute the y in this equation. We're going to substitute it with this, with negative 5x. That's your first step. So this turns into what? So equation 1 turns into what? So x plus 3 times y, but again we're going to remove the y, equals negative 28. What goes inside the parentheses? What goes into this?
Negative 5x.
That's right. So that's why it's called substitution, because
I do not understand how I got that.
that's good. So we're replacing y, substituting the y with this. That's all what that means. Okay, so just substitution because we'll substitute or replace. Then once you do that, you end up with an easier equation with one letter, only x or only y, which we can solve easily. So solve for whatever the letter you end up with, which is x here, solve for x. That's the second step. What do you do here first to solve this equation?
Parentheses.
That's right. We're going to clear the parentheses by distributing.
Multiply, right?
That's right. Multiply will be negative
15x.
Okay, and
Was negative 28.
negative 28. What else? We can combine these two. So this is 1x minus 6x, which is?
Minus 14x.
That's right. Negative 14x, and that's equal to negative 28. What do you do after that?
Divide.
Divide by?
Minus 14. Each
right.
side.
Divide both sides by negative 14. So x is negative and negative is positive. 28 by 14 is?
You cancel the 14.
2.
Right, would be 2. So that's f of the answer. Now we know x. That's good. We just need to find the y. Okay, we still need to find the y here. Once we find the y, the system is solved. So we're going to take advantage of this x2 to find the y. So what do we do with the x and one of these equations for the system? What do we do with the x and the system to find y? First step is to find y. Go ahead.
Replace it.
Replace it, that's right. We're going to replace what we're going to
X.
put x into which
Mhm.
out of these? We can use either one, but which one seems easier to find y?
The second one.
The second one. So we have x, we need the y.
Mhm.
We can use either one, it will be fine, but this one seems easier to use because the y is already by itself.
Mhm.
If you use this one, you will have to cancel this, cancel 3.
Mhm.
This one is easier, so we're going to plug this one into this equation.
Mhm.
So find y, so we're going to say plug x 2 into equation 2 into this equation. So the y is negative 5x. So this goes here. So y will be what? Negative 5
Times 2.
times 2, that's right. So y is negative 10. That's it. So we found x, we found y, which is negative 10. So the solution is, start with the x, always write the x first, followed by the y.
Mhm.
That's the solution to this.
Mhm.
Okay, so the solution is a pair with x and y. It's a point. This is where the two lines meet. If we solve by graphing, these two lines will meet at this point or on this point. Okay, does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yes.
So there's 3 steps. Plug, look for the variable that's by itself, plug it into the other equation. Solve that equation, the resultant equation for that variable that's left.
Mhm.
Then you need to find the other one by using the value that you just found. Plug it into one of the equations. It doesn't matter which one you use, but look for the one that's easier and convenient. And that's basically it. You get your solution. Okay, that was question 6 from unit 4.2. And you're doing 5 for the homework. We have another question here. Okay, so Anna said, what's the rate of the plane that travels at 615 miles per hour with R? Anna, what is the complete problem? I believe that's something is missing there. What's the rate of a plane that travels at? I think you're missing something there.
No, that one is the actual question.
You're missing the wind. You're
Yeah.
missing the wind, the word wind somewhere, I believe, right? Maybe here with R.
No.
So what's the rate of a plane?
Right here says what's the rate? Yeah.
Okay.
That one is from homework number 18.
Okay, can you read
Problem number 7, I
it
think.
from the ebook or the other book?
The other book, the physical book.
Let me.
That one is our homework that she wrote down. That's the homework that you gave us.
Just missing some information.
Yeah.
Information is not complete for that question.
Yeah, after with, it says a wind of R miles per hour.
Yeah.
A wind.
R is?
It says with a wind of R mph.
Exactly.
After the word with is a wind.
That's exactly what I thought. Yeah, you're missing the word.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't.
All right, let me copy that over here. So this will be what unit again, Anna? Unit what?
4.4.
4.4, and this is question
7.
So this is the actual question for the homework, or
Yeah, it's an actual question from the homework.
Okay. What does 8 say? Is it similar or 6?
Number 8 says the same thing.
Number
It just says
8.
against.
Yeah.
Against. Okay,
Yes.
let's do number 8
Mhm.
instead.
Mm-hmm.
And let me copy this here. And the numbers will be a little different. So what does 8 say? What's the number here? What's the speed?
It's the same thing, 650
650 with the wind.
against a wind.
Against the wind. This one, this time is against the wind.
Yeah, take out the with and put against a wind
Against
of R miles per hour.
of how many hours?
Yes, and exactly what you have there.
Hours. Okay. Good. So basically, so if a plane is traveling at this speed, or if you're traveling at this speed, let's say, not a plane, if it was you traveling here, you're going in this direction at, let's say, 5 miles per hour. And if you're traveling
Mm-hmm.
with the wind, in the same direction as the wind, let's say the wind was 2 miles per hour. What happens to your speed if the wind is traveling your way? Is your speed going to increase or decrease?
Increase.
Decrease.
Increase.
Increase.
No.
So the wind is traveling in the same direction
Yes.
as you, so it will push you
Mm.
towards your destination. It push you
Mhm.
forward, it will help you. So the new rate, so the rate will be, your new rate or speed will be 5 plus 2. That it's increased. This is with the wind. This is what we mean with the wind. Okay, so with the wind. What if the wind was traveling in the opposite direction of you?
Decrease.
It will decrease.
That's
No,
right. It will.
decrease. So you
That's right.
subtract.
That's right. We'll subtract. So the wind will push you back instead of helping you forward. So it will push you back and it will slow you down. So your rate or speed will be 3 miles per hour instead of 7. So this is against the wind. For our example, are we adding or subtracting?
Subtracting.
Subtracting.
That's right, this way.
Mhm.
So we're subtracting. So if a plane is traveling against the wind, so well, what do you do with to the speed of the plane? So the rate, the new speed or rate will be what, 650, and
Mhm.
minus or plus the R of the wind.
Minus.
Minus.
Minus. That's right. Will be minus R.
Minus.
That's right, because it's against the wind, just like here.
Okay. Okay.
We'll
Okay.
slow you down. That's one of the options for the question, right? You guys check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the answer.
Let me
So
see.
pay attention to the keyword, okay? So the word problems, make sure you always read it first, understand it, because there's one word can change the meaning of the question. So against means minus. If it was with the wind, it will add speed. So this is the correct answer for that. Okay, so that was question 8.
Okay.
So 4. So the one you're doing is with, it says with the wind, so be careful. Use the right operation. All right, let's go to Leilanet's question. And it's...
So that's the answer, 650 minus R.
That's right. And it's one
That's
of the
it,
options.
nothing else?
That's it. I believe this is one of the options, right? Anna gives you options to choose from?
It is.
Okay, good.
Yes.
All right.